Mr. Speaker, under this Liberal government, the cost of groceries and food prices continue to skyrocket. This year alone, the cost of apples is up 19%. Beef strip loin is up 34%. White rice is up 14%, and infant formula is up 9%. We know this Liberal government's deficit spending drives inflation and leads to higher prices at the grocery store. Will the minority Liberal government table a budget that reverses this inflationary spending so Canadians can afford to put food on their table?
Hear, hear.
The Honourable Minister of Jobs and Families.
Mr. Speaker, child poverty is down 38% since 2015, and overall 26% in the general population 18 to 65, Mr. Speaker. But, you know, the party opposite could help by not voting against things that make it better for Canadians, like things like the Canada Child Benefit or dental care or the school food program or supports for apprentices. Mr. Speaker, every step of the way, the Conservative Party stands in the way of families.
The Honourable Member for Barrie, Springwater, Oro-Medonte.
Mr. Speaker, the Prime Minister said he wants to be held accountable for what Canadians pay at the grocery store. This year, Canadians are spending $800 more on groceries, and the Barrie Food Bank is now supporting upwards of 7,000 people per month, 37% of which are children. Instead of offering relief and a real fiscal plan, this Prime Minister is spending $500 billion without telling Canadians where the revenue is coming from. When will this Prime Minister table a budget that fights inflation so that Canadians can afford to feed their families?
The Honourable Minister of Jobs and Families.
Mr. Speaker, a tax cut for 22 million Canadians is exactly the kind of support that Canadians are asking for. And that's why they elected us, Mr. Speaker, because they know that when things are difficult for Canadians, that they can count on the Liberal government to be there for them, whether it's to help raise healthy children, make sure their kids get a good breakfast in the morning, or make sure that they too can afford childcare so that they can continue to grow and earn great livings across this country. Mr. Speaker, we'll be there for Canadians.
The Honourable Member for Ponoka Didsbury.
Well, Mr. Speaker, it's official. This new Liberal Prime Minister refuses to present a spring budget, even though Canadians have been without one for over a year. But in that time, students have had budgets, families have budgets, small businesses have budgets, towns and cities have budgets, provinces and territories all have budgets, banks have budgets. Pretty sure Brookfield's got a budget. So why doesn't this government have a budget? The last guy thought that budgets balance themselves. Does the new guy think that budgets just draft and table themselves?
The Honourable Minister of Finance.
And Mr. Speaker, he failed to mention one, and Canada will have a budget in the fall, Mr. Speaker, of this year. That's one thing that he forgot to mention to Canadian. But you know what is responsible to do, Mr. Speaker, is the first thing we did when we came to this House was to lower tax for 22 million Canadians, Mr. Speaker. That's something that they failed to mention. That's the type of thing that Canadians at home are watching, and they know with our motion and them voting for the bill, Mr. Speaker, by July 1st, their tax will come down. That's what Canadians expect. That's what we deliver.
The Honourable Member for Kamloops, Shuswap, Central Rockies.
Mr. Speaker, Canadians from Field, BC and the Rockies to the ranchlands of Kamloops tell me that family budgets are being destroyed by Liberal inflationary spending. The Prime Minister wants to be held to account by what Canadians pay at the grocery store. Today we're debating our Conservative motion calling for a budget as soon as possible. Will this Liberal government table a budget and reverse their inflationary spending so that Canadians can afford to put food on the table?
The Honourable Secretary of State?
For seniors.
Seniors, that's what I figured. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It's an honor to rise in this House for the first time as the member for Esquimalt Saanich Sioux. Mr. Speaker, this government is doing important work to ensure that we are protecting vulnerable Canadians, including vulnerable seniors, and that's why we continue to stand up for seniors. We're restoring eligibility to age 65 with the Old Age Security Program, and this is an important step to defend vulnerable seniors from falling into poverty. This policy also helps to protect low-income seniors who depend heavily on OAS and GIS.